Hello, everybody.
Hello, guys.
I'm Eric,
I'm Alice.
and welcome to this week's Tea Time with Kutcher Travels. As you can see, we have
A slightly different mug this week.
different mugs. But the reason for that is we're coming to you live from Oasis of the Seas.
As you can see, our stateroom right behind us. We are currently on our ocean view balcony, and we have had an amazing couple of days.
Absolutely. For those of you that haven't heard about the Oasis of the Seas, that was actually the very first ship in its Oasis class.
With Royal Caribbean
Cruise Line. A couple of things to note about this ship. There's over 5,600 passengers when it's at full capacity.
Mm-hmm.
This sailing is about 2,500 or a little less.
We should probably start off by mentioning the fact that this is the first actual regular sailing or in quotes, regular sailing of the Oasis out of Cape Liberty, New Jersey. The first one post-COVID reopening. So we were lucky enough to be able to be invited on to this sailing. And it's a week long. We left on Sunday. We're heading back on Sunday.
Okay. Yeah.
We've gone and stopped at Port Canaveral yesterday. Today was perfect day at Coco Cay,
which was amazing. And tomorrow is Nassau, and then 2 more days at sea, and then back on Sunday. So a couple of things to note about this particular ship and this particular ship class is, again, it's about 5,600 passengers when it's at full capacity, over 16 decks. There's 20 different restaurants, and there's 7 distinct neighborhoods, including one of the neighborhoods that's my personal favorite is the Boardwalk. Boardwalk is home to a carousel. It's home to where the Aqua Theater is. It's home to the Sugar Shack, and even a Zoltar.
Yeah.
From the movie, if you remember from the 1980s, the movie Big, the Zoltar machine was what the character who was the young version of Tom Hanks, who was the older version, went to and wished to be bigger and turned into Tom Hanks.
Yeah, the picture right now that we have on the screen is just the main thing of the boardwalk when you first walk into it. And then the doghouse, which is a hot dog stand, basically. That is included with your fare on the cruise. Sugar Shack is extra. You have an option of either doing ice cream from there or actually visiting the candy store in there. There's also Johnny Rockets there, Playmakers, and your favorite, the carousel.
The carousel.
But also the Aqua Theater.
And there are actually 7 different neighborhoods, Boardwalk being one of them. There's also Central Park. There's the Royal Promenade, the Pool and Sports Zone, Vitality at Sea, which we visited on day 1.
We didn't even have a chance to unpack when we were already at the spa.
And Entertainment Place, which is where they have the casino and Royal Theater, as well as the youth zone for the kids.
Yeah. Now, a little bit about each section, honey. The Central Park is exactly what you're picturing. Central Park, like similar to New York, where and it has tons of plant life there. It has a couple of restaurants. It's a beautiful place that you can just walk around, sit on a couple of benches, and enjoy the fresh air.
And there's some very nice dining options there for specialty dining as well. With Royal Promenade, think of shops and
like an indoor
mall-ish place.
Calling it an indoor mall is probably a little insultive to it because It's not quite that, but that's where you're going to find guest services. That's where you're going to find a heck of a lot of restaurants and bars, couple shops. It's actually 2 floors. Next cruise is there. The
photo galleries there.
The photo studio where you can have a portrait session done for free. Whole bunch of different things there. Yep. But it's the best equivalent would be like an indoor mall.
And where you could get your soda refills really, really easy.
24/7. And as you see, these are the cups that we've been using on the trip.
Then the pool and sports zone has the swimming pool. It has basketball courts. Pickleball.
That's what pickleball courts
are. The adult solarium area, which includes an adult-only pool and a couple of whirlpools and places where adults can relax and get away.
The adult sun deck as well, so you can sunbathe and just relax. Put your kids in the kids zone area, the youth zone, and just kind of go to the adult area and just relax.
Yep. Vitality at Sea we touched on already. That's where you would go get massages done. That's where the fitness center is. They have a state-of-the-art fitness center.
Yeah, with personal trainers there to help out if needed.
And
don't forget they also do.
They also have a
hair salon and barber.
Yeah, and acupuncturist.
Yes, it was very sweet.
Entertainment place is where you go for your shows. Or if you wanted to go make a donation at the Casino Royale, which we both did last night. I got to play Deal or No Deal slot, and Allie got to have fun with the Casper slot.
And with the slots, you actually earn points as you're playing. So when you first sit down, there's a little bar for you to hit your CPAS card to, which is your room key. It shows you your dining time. It shows you your mustard station. It's your go-to card for the trip. You just hit that against it, and you start earning points for different things.
Yeah. And then, of course, the youth zone is built for and with kids in mind. Honestly, if there are kids on this ship that are in the 6 to 12-year-old range, they are over at Adventure Ocean.
Yeah.
And they are having a blast. They have tons of activities for them. They have their own little theater that's just for kids. And lots of games and things to do. It's a very great place for kids to hang out.
And the kids area is one where everybody there has to have a degree in child education, as well as they do have areas for kids on the spectrum. So this is the cruise line I highly recommend for that. So Absolutely. If somebody has a child on the autism spectrum or any issues along those lines, definitely think about Royal. They are going to be wonderful for that.
Absolutely. Now, I know that a lot of people are questioning, especially with the Delta variant and the fact that this is the first cruise since forever.
Forever and a day.
How safe is it on this ship?
Well, as some people may have known, we've mentioned probably a couple of times over the times. I have an autoimmune disease, so I am compromised because of my medication for it. So we have to be extra cautious. One of the things I love about this place before COVID was they had that washing station that you see on this slide here. The wash station is right outside of Windjammers, which is the buffet. And even before COVID, as soon as you scan your CPAS card so that they can keep a head count of who's in there, you were told, wash your hands, please. Please wash your hands. And they have that there. Now it's mandatory when you go to check in, which you have to actually make reservations for even the complimentary dining experiences. Yeah, that way they can keep a head count and limit parties coming in.
you have to go to the hand washing station before you could move along to get your plates and things like that.
Mhm.
Also, whenever you're going inside an area, you have to wear your mask.
Yeah.
Is a cruise line that stresses full vaccination.
We had to show our vaccination cards in order to get onto the ship. There are some children on the ship. Obviously, they are ones that cannot be vaccinated, but they have to wear their masks, and the parents have been amazing having them wear their masks pretty much everywhere. When we checked in, we got these lovely green bracelets that we were told to wear every day, all the time, because it proves that we have been vaccinated. Anything that's outdoors, so the pool deck, the Central Park, Boardwalk, those areas, you can be mask free. They have a sign on the door as you're walking out that you're entering a mask free zone. It means you can take off your mask if you need some fresh air. Obviously, in your cabin, you can be without your mask because it's with your party that you're traveling with. When you're walking inside, as you saw from that other slide there, as you're walking back in, they're telling you to put your mask up.
Yep.
They are hand sanitizing stations, so tons of hand sanitizer. So the germophobic will be loving that. And even when you're going into the main dining or any of the dining restaurants besides Windjammers, they are asking you to sanitize as you're walking in.
As well as walking out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So definitely tons of safety measures in place. Again, anybody 12 and over has to show that they have proof of full vaccination before they're able to get on the ship. Anybody under 12 has to show negative COVID test. What was 3 days or less prior, effective next week, is going to be 2 days or less prior.
So you're going to want to talk to your doctor about getting a rapid done, or we were able to get ours done at Walgreens instead of harassing our doctor yet again for another negative. Figured change the scenery, have somebody else see us.
And Royal Caribbean as well is now giving an option where they will send you an at-home COVID test to be able to take that 48 hours prior.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're fully vaccinated, you still have to go through and prove that. So now let's go to the food on the ship.
Yep. So with food, obviously, as we've mentioned, Windjammers is a buffet. We've also done main dining. We did main dining for both dinner. 3 nights?
3 nights.
Yep. And we did it for breakfast as well. It was amazing. They had a couple of hiccups for the first night. But you figure it was the first time back sailing in about 18 months for everybody here. So there were some kinks to be worked out.
Yep.
But I'm proud to say that they have
definitely more than made up for it.
Yeah, Ricky and Georgie have been amazing. They're our wait staff.
Yeah. And the food, what has been your favorite for as far as main course, what has been your favorite as far as dessert?
In the picture that we had just up, that was the one in the top corner was my favorite. It was the braised beef short rib. Amazing. It basically fell apart. I did not need a knife to cut it. It had that texture of like a Yankee pot roast, but so much better. I'm a fan of pot roast, and this was even better. I honestly had to stop myself from licking the pan. For breakfast, my favorite has been the French toast in the same restaurant. It was amazing, thick brioche bread. Bacon was done beautifully. It just was mouth-watering.
And I really enjoyed the New York steak, which is in the picture. But for me, I've loved our specialty dining over at Izumi.
That's wonderful. Cool.
That has is where you go in and the chef is making your meal for 8
right there in front
right
of you.
in front of you. And teppanyaki, I
Yep,
believe it's called.
teppanyaki style.
And absolutely positively wonderful food.
That's the only place I'll ever eat fried rice is from there. Is that type.
And then as far as dessert, when we stopped at Coco Cake today, I had a caramel chocolate covered brownie, which was absolutely to die for dessert. With honorable mention going to the fried dough Coco Cake and the royal chocolate cake.
Yeah, for me, the dessert would be I love the creme brulee. That was amazing. And then the tropical sorbet that I had at Coco Cay, the Coco Beach Club that we were at today. It was a light tropical version of like an orange sherbet. So it was very light, very refreshing after a day of being in the sun.
Now let's talk some activities. So again, this is the first ship back at sea post-COVID. So there are some great activities. There are also some things that
haven't been brought back yet.
Normally be happening that haven't been brought back yet.
Now, they've been basically the fluid environment is still going on. For anybody that knows about, been looking at traveling, looking at going different places, seeing the restrictions for schools, all that fun stuff. We were talking to some of I want to say cast members, but some of the staff on board here. And they were talking about how when they first started coming on and they did some practice runs of being on the ship, they were things like the escape room, which was not available. They were told, CDC said, nope, you guys can't do that. You can't have that many people locked in a room trying to get out. However, from the woman we spoke to, in the 6 weeks that she's been on the ship, while they were getting everything ready and prepped and getting back into the swing of things before they opened up for the public, they went ahead and changed it. So the escape room's back for this trip.
Yeah, it is very socially distanced.
And masks
and hand sanitizer.
And I believe they have one that's just vaccinated people on there. So.
Yeah, but it is happening. Now, there are some other things that aren't. Our kids, when we're thinking of going on a cruise with us, their big thing was, is there laser tag?
Which normally
this ship normally does have laser tag, but it has not returned yet.
Yeah. The good rule of thumb is any of the Royal Caribbean ships that have the ice skating or the Studio B does have the laser tag because it uses the same space. So.
But they did have the ice show. They did have,
which was amazing,
an absolutely phenomenal show at the Aqua Theater, Aqua 80s. If you lived through the 80s, it is a must see.
Or if you even watch movies from the 80s, because you would appreciate it. When it started, they were doing like a reference to Back to the Future, because you had on those the big things that you've seen at concerts where the artist comes flying over the audience in the circle thing around their waist and the wires. We had a guy who looked exactly like Marty McFly, down to even having the hoverboard attached, hooked up to his feet.
Flying over the audience, doing flips over the audience, all set to The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News.
Yep. So it was amazing.
And definitely entertainment-wise, we've also seen jugglers. We've seen a concert. The juggler was a finalist for America's Got Talent.
Yep.
And the singer was named top Las Vegas performer.
Yep, Earl Turner. Mm-hmm.
And we've seen comedians, late night comedy show,
adult comedy show.
And we're planning on heading out tonight to a Hush, which is a party that has music playing in your headphones, and everybody has their own set of headphones, and you can dance to the music, but
you can't
hear what the person next to you is listening to. So one could be dancing a hard rock while the other is dancing a country at the same time.
And if you took off your headphones, the room is silent.
Yep, complete silence.
It's one of those quiet dance parties.
But I'm very intrigued by it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And they also have Spotlight Karaoke, which they actually have it where you can have private karaoke nights for parties of no more than 8. So
it's really good. And then in addition to that, they also have several little bands playing throughout the cruise ship. They've been rotating like 3 of them, I believe, on the Royal Promenade.
Yeah.
Usually they have them up on the second level, off to the side above one of the restaurants. And then there's a pub, and there's usually a gentleman in there with his guitar playing. And then I think there was another one that they had playing near the Rising Tide, a bar that actually goes from it starts up at the Promenade and goes up and actually ends up in Central Park.
Plus, you can't forget about the Elton John lookalike, who is playing on the piano and singing. But with him, you never know where he's going to be. So I know that they had it before where he was in the elevator.
Yeah, we've seen him in the elevator on previous
cruises, but because of spacing concerns, he's now in different floors, but outside of elevators or
we've come
outside
across
of the
him.
pool.
Yeah, we came across him this time over by in the Central Park. He was on the Promenade, and he was right in front of the casino.
Yep.
One night. So you have to be on the lookout for him because he's the traveling piano player, and he literally pushes around his piano and just parks somewhere, and you'll just hear music and you follow it, and there he is, and he says hi to you and starts singing. So he's a really sweet guy.
Oh yeah. So that's just a taste of some of the things that are happening right now. Again, we fully expect as time goes on, more and more activities and entertainment will be added.
Yep.
We were talking earlier today about the shows. Right now, the only show in the theater is Cats, which we're seeing in a couple of nights, and fingers crossed that the Broadway version is better than the movie. Otherwise, we may still be asleep when the boat parks on Sunday. But besides that, they have enough stuff where people could stay entertained.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as much stuff as it was before, where you'd end up needing a vacation from your vacation. But it is something that is keeping us entertained. We're getting some relax. Everybody here on the boat is
super nice.
Super nice. I don't know who's happier to be here, if it's the guests or the crew. When we first walked on, they were happy to see us. We were happy to see them. There was fist bumps going around. If social distancing was required, I'm pretty sure people would have been barreled over with hugs.
Would have been hugs all over the place.
And high fives.
But definitely reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns. And our info's down there. Either email alice@kutchertravels.com or eric@kutchertravels.com. And one other thing you wanted to mention before we...
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't mentioned it, darling. It was one of the things you loved when we did it on the Harmony, and I haven't quite gotten you over to it yet. We're talking the Ultimate Abyss. Has
yes.
if anyone has heard of the Ultimate Abyss, it was one of the upgrades that were done when the ship was revamped a few years ago. Now, the Ultimate Abyss is a slide. It goes down 10 decks. All right.
Mhm.
You started up at the top on deck 15, and you end up coming right in front of it, right on the boardwalk, right behind where the tubes let out is where the aqua theater is. It's actually just around the corner from where our room is. But you go down in like a potato sack type thing, and before you get on there, they do tell you how to hold yourself and how to scoop so you can go down. And they used to take a picture. I haven't been on it yet, but they usually take a picture when you're coming out of the tube. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. If anybody likes slides, this is definitely one for you to do.
Most definitely. And I will definitely be hitting that before we get off the boat.
Oh, yes. You made me go on it last time, so I'm making you go on it this time.
And also another fun thing, miniature golf. I won miniature golf the other day with her. It was awesome. I hit the ball, and instead of it going into the hole, it went right past that hole, right off the wall, and started rolling all the way down to the courtside barbecue.
Yeah.
So
that's
definitely a great shot.
No, you didn't win that. No. No. The mini golf course that they have on the ship is 9 holes, and it's cute. It's fun. It's meant to be an activity for you to have fun with. There wasn't even scorecard.
Nope.
Each hole they give you right on where it says hole 1. It tells you par is 3 or par is 4, par 2, and you keep score. That's your business.
Yeah.
So, but lots of fun.
Oh yeah. So definitely reach out to us with any questions or concerns. If you want to book a cruise or ask about a cruise or whatever.
Or if you're concerned about what requirements you have. Let's say you have a cruise that you carried over with a future cruise credit and it's coming up and you're not sure what the protocols are, what's required, be it Carnival, be it Royal, whatever. Let us know. We have the inside scoop with all these cruise lines. We know what they're required. We've listened to all the trainings with them. So definitely we're here to help.
Absolutely. And with that, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's Tea Time. We really appreciate it. And have yourselves a wonderful week or so till next time.
Yeah, until next time, guys. Take care. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.